Welcome to Grove Menus. I've already logged onto the system and want to get you oriented on what you see on the screen. We do a 5-week cycle, so the menus, the recipes, the shopping lists, the special diets are all done for you. However, you do have the ability to edit and change the menu. And as you look at the screen, you're going to see Sunday on the left and Saturday on the right with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. In the bottom right hand corner you'll see that it says week number 1, which tells us that we are on week number 1 of that 5-week cycle. When next Sunday comes around, the calendar will automatically forward and we'll be on week number 2. And it just goes to week 3, week 4, and cycles through those 5 weeks. We also upload new menus seasonally. Now, we also can change our calendar and move into the next week just by clicking on the calendar icon. And when we do that, you'll notice new menus will load in and that we are on week number 2, and you look at the bottom right-hand corner. Now, at the bottom of every day, you're going to see a dollar amount. And what that is the price per resident per day on a national average. Now, you're going to source your food wherever you're comfortable doing so. But this just gives you a ballpark idea. It's a national average. And as you change your menu, that pricing will change with you, so you can help you with your budgeting. In the upper left-hand corner, you're going to see some tabs, and this is kind of our navigation bar. And going from left to right, you'll see menu, edit menu, shopping list, settings, updates, week beginning, and resident count. Now that resident count you can change to whatever number you need, the number of people that you're serving. So if you're doing 15, you can change that number to 15. And what it's going to do is scale your recipes and your shopping list to that resident count. So let's go ahead and edit our menu. And again, as you look at the screen, you're going to see Sunday on the left and Saturday on the right with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You're going to also notice categories. You're going to see entrees and breakfast sides and fruits and vegetables and so on. To the right of every recipe is a pull down. And you can select something different if you don't like the default. So for example, let's go to Wednesday, go to the entree, and click on this down arrow. And when we do that, the default recipe is going to pop open and we can look at it. And if that doesn't work for us, there'll be some alternatives to consider. And we can hover over each one of these alternatives and see if we like it or not. So let's say we hover over the enchilada and that's something we'd like to do, and we can just click on it and you'll notice that it puts it in that spot. Or as we click on the down arrow and we look at our different options and we don't like any of them, you'll notice there's a search bar here, and we can type whatever we want and it'll search the database for all the entrees that have that name in it. So if we want a meatloaf, we can start typing the word meatloaf and it'll pop open all the recipes that have that name in as I search for it. And again, I can hover over each one of these, and maybe I want a barbecue meatloaf and I can just click on it and it puts it in that spot. So every one of these categories, you can click on the down arrows, pick something different, or just leave the default depending on your situation. So let's go ahead and go back to our menus. We are now back to our main screen, and you'll notice that under Wednesday for the lunch, you can see the barbecue meatloaf. Let's go ahead and print our menu for the week. This opens up a PDF file, and you can print this as needed. You'll notice there's a dietitian signature there, so if that is something that you require, we can make sure we set you up for that. Coming back to our main screen, we can also click on today's menu, and again we can print this and post this as needed. Now to print and view our recipes, we can put check marks next to each one of the recipes that we'd like to view, and I've just selected 2, and then we print our recipes. And again, it opens up a PDF file, and we can save this to our computer or we can print it. But every recipe has the same format. You'll see the recipe name that we're serving 15, it's scaling it to 15. We have the nutritional facts and then the procedures. And then below that, we track several different special diets, and I've turned a couple of them on just for an example. But we tell you what you need to do different for that recipe, for that special diet, depending on your situation. Coming back to our main screen, let's look at our shopping list. You'll notice in the top middle there's a date beginning and a date ending, and you can change that date range to whatever you want. So if you shop twice a week or every other week, it doesn't matter. But the list below is going to tell you exactly what you need according to the menu you've selected and scaling it to the resident count that you gave it. And then you can print your selected items. Again, this opens up a PDF file, and you can print this and shop from this list. Coming back to our main screen, there are a couple other items that we also offer with Grove Menus. We have a production sheet, we have extensions, and we also have a prep pull sheet. So thank you for listening to this quick demo. If it looks like something you'd like to do, you can go back to our main screen at Grove Menus and click up on the Sign Up button and join us at Grove Menus.